Hey, this is Antonio. Welcome back to my channel. Let's have some fighting words. So in this video, I want to talk about Dillian Whyte. He has signed the dotted line, and we have a fight, people. We have a fight between Dillian Whyte and the Gypsy King himself, Tyson Fury. We just had a great fight for Britain with Amir Khan and Kell Brook, and now we're getting this. So honestly, it's becoming a great year for the UK. I am excited about this fight. I think this is a really good fight. I think it's a very telling fight, and I think it's truly an underrated fight. I think a lot of people look at Dillian Whyte and they just think, oh, he's just some barroom brawler. You can think whatever you want. The dude is always training. The dude is always in shape, ready to go. He's always asking for fights. If Dillian Whyte had his way, he would be like some throwback fighter, like a Jack Dempsey who'd be fighting like anybody in bars or whatever. Like, that's just what he is. That's what he's built for. His mentality. I mean, that's why he's always in the gym. You got all that energy. You got to burn it out some way. And the only way you can do that when you don't end up in jail is just to be in the gym and sparring people. I think Dillian Whyte does have what it takes to beat Tyson Fury. Now, will that happen on the night of? We'll just have to wait and see. But for the people who are just thinking that Tyson Fury's overall boxing skills and abilities far greater, they are. Don't get it twisted. His boxing ability and boxing IQ and just overall ring generalship is much better than Dillian Whyte's. As a matter of fact, it's better than everybody in the heavyweight division except for Alexander Usyk. However, Alexander Usyk is not a very big guy. But when you just talk about power, one-shot knockout power, yeah, there's a few guys in the division who could do that to you. You have, of course, the bronze bomber himself, Deontay Wilder. He can do it one shot. And then you have Dillian Whyte. He can do it with one shot. Lights out. Have a good night. We'll wake you up later. He can do it. So he's got the power to put down the Gypsy King. Not only does he have the power, I think he has the power to put out the Gypsy King, to be honest with you. I think he's got the power to do that. Especially early in the fight. He has the power to do that. Yes, he does. Especially early in the fight. Any round before round 5, he definitely has the power to do that. He has the determination to beat the Gypsy King. I mean, honestly, he's always in the gym. This dude is always training. This dude is always talking and darn near begging for a fight. Always. And he's been calling out these guys, Tyson Fury, AJ, Deontay Wilder. He's been calling out the top dogs for the longest. He's been calling out the most dangerous fights for the longest. So he's a very determined guy as well. So when guys say, oh, he's just a barroom brawler, that's not true. Yeah, listen, once guys that big get past the 6th round, it gets a little sloppy. Okay, let's just call it what it is. It does get a little sloppy. But that doesn't mean that he's some barroom brawler. He knows what he's doing. And, he has his own particular way of setting things up. That's all it is. But once you hit like 250 plus, yeah, you get a little tired. You get a little tired like somebody like me. I'm in 140 something pounder. So like you're going to get a little tired. I think he's strong enough also to push back the Gypsy King. Not a lot of guys can do that, especially with Tyson Fury walking around at 270, 275. But I still think Dillian Whyte is he's just naturally a big guy. And he is naturally strong enough to push back Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder couldn't do that. And to be honest, Tyson Fury has been fighting much smaller guys. So, as of late, is what I'm saying. And also, to be honest as well, there aren't a lot of guys his size. But still, he's been fighting much smaller guys. So when you have Dillian Whyte, who's just naturally a bigger guy, it's going to pose more opposition. And one of the things that's going to pose is he could physically muscle Tyson Fury back, which could be a problem because he can get him on those ropes. If he can get him on those ropes, if he can make Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, a stationary fighter, he definitely can land one on him. So it could be a problem. The one thing and attribute that I definitely think that Dillian Whyte has that sets him apart from pretty much everybody else in the heavyweight division, that I feel puts him a notch above a lot of those guys when it comes to them fighting Tyson Fury, is Dillian Whyte has the right amount of crazy. The dude has the right amount of crazy. He's got like a teaspoon of this and a teaspoon of that, and he's got a right amount of crazy. He's crazy enough to not give up with the Gypsy King, because we all know, you know, Tyson knows how to play with guys. He talks to them in the ring. He dances around them, you know. He's doing these shuffles and dodging punches. And that can be really, you know, deteriorating to somebody's fight game or to somebody's strategies. Like, man, this is not working. Whatever I do, he's faster than me or he's slicker than me. That's not going to work against Dillian Whyte. He's still going to try to kill you in every single round. That is not going to work. That is not going to break him down mentally. He is mentally a rock. And physically, he's just going to keep coming like the freaking Terminator. So that's not going to work. And another thing that I feel Dillian Whyte does not get the credit he deserves, he's been calling out the top guys forever. He believes in himself. He believes in himself. And, you know, I don't want to talk about their past, but they definitely have sparred a lot in the past. They apparently used to go to the same gym. Apparently there was a sparring where Dillian Whyte knocked out Tyson Fury. I don't know how true that is, but still it needs to be mentioned. But that's neither here nor there, because that was eons ago. You know, that's way back when, like, Tyson Fury had hair. So, like, that's a long time ago. So you can't really take that in the face value. The only thing that you can really say in terms of that is he knows in the back of his mind, you've been put out before, I can put you out again. I'm bigger than I was before. I'm more experienced than I was before. I'm more battle tested than I was before. If I could do it back then, I could definitely do it now. And that is definitely something to hold on to and bring with you through fight camp, bring with you to the press conferences, and bring with you the night of the fight. I did it before, I could do it again. I did it when I was a nobody. I did it when the lights weren't on me and there wasn't a crowd around. I did it. I have all this experience. I have all this world-class training. I have all these great sparring partners. I can do it again. Why not? Why not? So I think this fight is going to be a lot tougher than a lot of people give it credit for. I would not be shocked if Dillian Whyte knocked out Tyson Fury. It's definitely not going to go to a decision. He has no other choice but to knock him out. It's not as if he's going to outbox Tyson Fury. Let's not be crazy. He's not going to outbox him. He's not going to outstrike him. You know, you're not going to win on points. You're not going to win by your boxing ability. You're not going to win by your ring IQ, but you can knock him out. You could get, 4 or 5. Listen, the first fight with Deontay Wilder, he knocks Fury down, so it's just like, okay, you think about it like this. What if he would have knocked him out 3 times? He would have won that fight. Even though Fury would have got back up, he would have knocked him out 3 times. They would have won that fight. So I look at it like this. Before round 5, I feel that's Dillian Whyte's greatest chance of winning. Can he knock down Tyson Fury 3 times in a row, 4 times in a row, in 5 rounds? Yes. Yes, he can. Absolutely. Yes, he can. 100% he can. So even if it goes to a decision, it's like, man, but he's got like 4 knockdowns. Yeah, but Tyson won every round after that. Yeah, but he's got like 4 knockdowns. We can't ignore this. You know, so it's a question. It's a question. He could just have that many knockdowns in a fight, or he could knock Tyson Fury clean, spark out, as the brothers and sisters across the pond like to say. You know, so I don't see any reason why it can't happen. I think it's going to be a great fight. This is going to be an amazing press conference because Dillian Whyte is not shy. He is not intimidated by Tyson Fury's word usage, and he's going to dish it out just as much as he receives it from the Gypsy King. So this is going to be amazing. I want to know your thoughts. I definitely want to know you guys' thoughts over across the pond. This seems to be like just an amazing year for the UK. So I want to know what you guys are thinking. But do you guys believe this is going to be the fight that I'm saying is going to be? I personally think it is, but I want to know your thoughts. Drop your comments down below. As always, please like, please share, and please subscribe to my channel.